Senior guard, Elsa Olsen. Justine Jameson. Junior forward, Riley. Number 24.
Thank you so much for being here.
No problem.
Now for your South St. Paul Packers. Number 5. Senior guard. Number 14, senior guard Natalie. Junior guard Anna Joe Squirrel. And number 25, junior guard. We'll attack our coach by Tiffany Copeland, assisted by Queen. Let's go, Packers!
And with that, let's go Packers. From Pete Squirrel, we are live here at South St. Paul High School. The final game of the 2021 Girls Basketball Holiday Classic features the hometown Packers and the Park Wolfpack. We just heard starting lineups. We are moments away from getting started here on the Packer Activities Network. I'm Tyler LaRose. I will be bringing you the action tonight from South St. Paul's competition gym. We're ready to go. Looks like Justine Jameson set to tip off against. Couldn't tell who that is for South St. Paul. Anyway, she wins the tip. Looks like that was Lauren Bauer. Quick corner 3 from Caroline McLaughlin is good. Looks like the clock hasn't started yet. And now it started. A turnover for the Wolfpack. They're going to run the clock for a second here. Official guesstimation of how long that first couple of possessions took. Packers. One curls around the top of the key, catches. Feeds into Roseburg, kicks out to Squirrel. Just long on the three-pointer. Strong rebound in traffic by Emma Ambrose. Kept alive. And here comes Roseburg in transition for the Packers. Looks down low to McLaughlin, overthrows it. A little high and a little fast. Full court pressure now by the Packers. Number 2, junior guard Sydney Nelson bringing it up. Park. Harassed by Roseburg. Gets the edge though. Looks for the high-low feed and pass just strong for Ambrose. Correction, that might have been Briley Dana. Adjusting my eyes to the New Jersey numbers here. Pressure by Park. Roseburg goes right. McLaughlin back to Roseburg. Up to Squirrel. Over to Bauer. Left wing. Bothered by Justine Jameson. And a turnover. Justine Jameson, senior guard, forcing the issue there of the Packers. Roseburg looks to return the favor now. Nelson evades the pressure, Looks to drive baseline right. Good move through the defense and gets the layup to go. First points of the night for Park. Over to Sherry in the corner. Stolen by Jamison. She'll go all the way with the left-handed finish. Just like that, Park with the lead. Head coach Austin Junker of the South St. Paul Packers said this is a matchup he doesn't mind. His squad going up against Park. Says if they play their game tonight, he likes their chances. Very even first few minutes here. First 2 minutes, exactly 2 minutes. Give and go on the inbound pass. Just off on the three-pointer, Squira. Alive by Sherry. That was Bauer, kept it alive. Roseburg. And Roseburg coming in very hard, picks up the offensive foul. Great job. I think that was Elsa Olsen who stepped in and took that one. I realize we still have the audio muted graphic on. My apologies. Got rid of that graphic for you. Didn't make the transition over to the active monitor. Comes Nelson. Jamison for three. She hits. Good release. And 4-point lead now for Park. Inside feed to McLaughlin. Tipped away but kept alive by Bauer. Put it up straight into the arms of Dana. Wilson. Out to Jamison. Fights through a couple of hip checks from some Packers. Back out to, I believe that was Nelson in the corner, yep. Collected and finished by Ambrose. Forces a timeout by Coach Austin Junker. Going to call a quick 30-second timeout. As we would like to welcome everybody to the Packer Activities Network. Now that you can see the whole screen, welcome aboard. This is our new streaming service here at South St. Paul High School for all things South St. Paul activities. Brought you volleyball in the fall, brought you homecoming. Now we're doing lots of basketball and wrestling this winter. Anything that's in this gym, you'll see right here on the pan. South St. Paul buried an open three right away. First possession, Caroline McLaughlin came down and hit a corner three. But it has been all Wolfpack ever since on a 9-0 run currently. South St. Paul looking to stabilize a little bit here. Inside look to Bauer. Kicks out to, that's Ava Waska making her first appearance of the night. Off on the three-pointer off the bench. Nearly kept alive by Sherry. That was Waska again, rather. Long three by that's Elsa Olsen. Long three-point attempt, no good. And then a foul on the Wolfpack on the rebound. Barry drives left, kicks out to McLaughlin. South St. Paul so far not doing the typical 4 or 5 person rotations where waves of new Packers come in every couple of minutes. A more traditional approach here from Coach Junker. Inbound's approach so far has been to have Squira inbound it and then kick out right to the corner right away for a three, and she's gotten some looks. Good contest of the Jamison layup there. Her offense in transition, gathered with the left hand by, I believe that was Squira, yes. Unable to get the layup to go. And it will be Park ball. Coming up quick is Justine Jamison. Back up to Olsen. Over to Ambrose. Back to Olsen. Into a cutting Nelson. Quick kick out. 3-point look from Jamison. Fires again. Strong rebound collected by Roseberg. There he goes in with the left hand. Draws a foul. Looked like Jamison got her. Jenna Sherry, the sophomore guard in black, picks up the first team foul on the Wolfpack and earns a couple free throws. Here come the, maybe we'll call this a wave. Sherry airballs the free throw, uncharacteristic. Bauer back in the game, and looks like Sherry's going to have a sub waiting for her, should she make this one. Composure on the second one, as Sherry's now replaced by Natalie Henry, senior captain. Now some full court pressure. Everybody up now. Beaten quickly by Olsen. And then a transition bucket for Briley Dana. Quick up and down. Didn't take more than 2 or 3 dribbles on that possession from the Wolfpack to break the press. McLaughlin pulls up 3-pointer, blocked. Blocked by Jamison, perhaps. And a corner 3 on the other end by Bauer, rather. She's going to be fouled on the attempt. On the arm. Should have earned herself 3 free throws. Olsen called for the foul. And evolution of the game. Teams optimizing for points per possession now. A lot more 3-point attempts. Meaning a lot more fouls on 3-point attempts. 3 free throws. Now pretty commonplace in basketball these days to see shooters go to the line for 3. You didn't see that 10 years ago. You almost never saw that foul on a 3-point shot. Players now better at recognizing contact. Perhaps embellishing the fouls a little bit. Not that Bauer did there. But. As the game evolves, players know how to evolve along with it. Here comes Nelson, dribbles right. Quick feet, Nelson. It's a good matchup. Nelson and Roseberg. A couple of point guards on each other. Ambrose nearly dispossessed, and that's going to force a timeout by head coach Stephanie Tolkinen. Didn't like where that possession was heading. With the lead down to 4, she will now take 30 seconds to talk to her girls. You see at the bottom of the screen, if you liking what you're seeing here, want to help out, the PAN is certainly looking for businesses or events willing to promote on the page here, on the network, social media, all of that. You can email thepan@apps.ssPPS.org. And yes, that is the British spelling of the word advertise. Just notice that. Packer Activities Network, started up here by South St. Paul Activities Department this year to be able to bring as many athletics and activities as possible. We have cameras on the football, soccer field now, so we'll be able to get outside a little bit next year, even in the fall, as Park looks to reset offensively. Jamison up top, over to Ambrose. Ambrose thinks about it, kicks over to Dana. Nelson, no, that's Olsen rather. Good 10-foot jumper by Olsen on the pull-up, and there's going to be a loose ball foul called, probably on the rebound. Looks like they might get Dana, yep. Hold or a push called on the rebound attempt. Here comes Lauren Bauer, junior captain. Squira, McLaughlin back to Bauer for three. Long on the attempt, but right there is Squira to haul in the rebound. No, it's Bauer. Hard to see 20 versus 25. My apologies. These jerseys, Park's jerseys are pretty readable, but the maroon numbering on the black jersey is a tough read from up here. Dana drives in and is sent back by Bauer. That's definitely Bauer, number 25. The lefty thinks about a shot, now decides to drive right. Hands off to Roseburg, kick out to McLaughlin for three, short. And a rebound, quick rebound, and push up the court by Jamison. And again by Squira. And her father on the PA to make the call, Pete Squira. Proud father moment. Called prior to the pass. In come Henry, Anderson, and we've got number 30, Kate Ebert in the game, it looks like. Yep. Number 23, Bella Anderson. Subbing much. I don't know if they've sent a single sub into the game yet. As the offensive rebound kept alive by Dana. Strong finish to extend the lead to 6 for the Wolfpack. It's Henry to Roseburg. Runs into her own player, kicks back to Henry. Long on the three-point attempt. That's a handful of rebounds already for Justine Jamison on the glass for Park. Making her presence known on the glass. Quick outlet to Roseburg. She'll look to drive left. A lot of contact on the arm. Roseburg looks around like there was certainly a foul there. No call though. Did look like her arm was held, but nothing was given. And Roseburg does pick up a foul on that end on Jamison, who was curling around the low post. So maybe a bit of frustration there for Roseburg. Abby Roseburg, senior captain for the Packers. Jamison adds, and I believe that puts her at 6 points now for the night. You can almost read the numbering on the side of the scoreboard, the banner showing who's got what. Yep, Jamison was 6. Off to a good start is the senior forward. Good on both. Olivia Bonk making her first appearance for the night. With 32, the junior forward for South St. Paul. Also, Anna Erickson, number 13. Bonk off on the three. Here comes none other than Jamison. Good look, down low. That's number 3, Milena Sampson. Chose not to use the backboard on that. And the Packers have the ball again. Driving left is Squira. Open look, well long by Sherry. And quickly up the court again comes Sampson, but threw the ball up at the bottom of the backboard. Found herself a little more underneath the hoop than she probably would have liked. Drives, picks up at the elbow. Good diagonal pass into Squira, who's bumped on the way up. They're going to give her a couple of shots. That's Anna Squira, the junior. That's a second foul development here. Justine Jamison picks up her second team foul. And that'll get her a seat on the bench for a little bit. Having a big impact in this first half. And Coach Tolkien would hate to see her pick up a third foul. So into the game comes, oh, now of course I can't see the number. Squirrel loads up for a second, hits. Looks like number 15, Gabby Kaiser. Could also be a 10, Henderson. Maybe these green numbers for the Wolfpack aren't as, maybe I'm getting old. Looks like a 10 now that I look at it. Oh, that's number 10. That's Tori Henderson, who came in for Jamison. Another timeout by Coach Tolkinen. Similar scenario to the last one. Ambrose on the ground, rolling around. A couple of Packers draped all over her. And Coach Tolkinen takes another. This is going to be a full 60-second timeout. South St. Paul keeping it close. First possession was a corner three, and then a 9-0 run ensued by the Wolfpack. South St. Paul has since gone on a 6-5 run, which I don't know if we can really call a run. 6-5, essentially keeping the game even following that first outburst by Park. Coach looking to make those critical mid-first half adjustments. Stage in the game where the game plan either is or is not going according to plan. And you look to make that first round of tactical changes, maybe hence the 60-second timeout by Coach Tolkinen. Especially with Jamison on the bench now with 2 fouls. Team fouls are 4 for Park to 2 for South St. Paul. And the Wolfpack will see Elsa Olsen inbound to Nelson. Guarded by Anderson. This is Olsen again. Back to Nelson. Ambrose. Olsen back to Dana. Olsen. Contested 3 by Ambrose, short rebound gathered by the Packers, and here they come. That was Waska, who had an open look but unable to collect the pass cleanly, so she chose to pass on what would have been an open 3. Here comes the ever-quick Sydney Nelson. She is just fast. Making it a hard night for Abby Roseberry as another wave come in for the Packers. This one including Salam Yebio and McLaughlin back into the game. Short on the 3. A lot of contact on that drive by Squira. Maybe if she had chosen to take it into herself instead of kicking back to Bonk in the corner, maybe she forces the refs into a call there, but hard to say. Dana in the corner, pestered by Bonk. Up to Henderson. Over to Nelson. Good look into Henderson, but errant pass. Yebio pulls up from 15 and long. And then a hold going to be called on Briley Dana. That might be her second foul also. I believe it is. Yep, that is the second team foul on Briley Dana. So a couple of the Park bigs with 2 fouls here. 6.5 minutes to go. That will bring Sampson back in for the Wolfpack, and also number 43, that's Avery Corrigan, senior forward. First minutes of the night, and a fresh wave of black jerseys onto the court also. Starters back in now largely for the Packers. Starters, it looks like number 30, Kate Ebert, still on the court. Oscar, Roseburg, Bauer, and Squira. By Bauer short, and then a good box out by, that was Corrigan. Bauer from getting her own rebound. Anderson on the quick hit. Lead up to 9. There he goes. Her dribble one step sooner than maybe she could have. Looked like if she kept going, would have had an opener, a more open look at the rim. And then all the way comes, I believe that's number 5. Yep, that's Olsen. And now with a double-digit lead, head coach Austin Junker takes a 30-second timeout. Trying to settle his girls. Largest lead of the game so far for Park. Ballooning to 11 again. Packers offensively have been they've been able to turn the corner quite a bit on their defenders, especially now with Justine Jamison on the bench. And are driving, but Park playing good help side defense, keeping the Packers ultimately away from the hoop, forcing a lot of kickouts and not necessarily hitting all their shots right now. It looks like Corrigan came out of the game at the timeout. She's now walking up the bleachers. Wonder where she's going. Looks like they had to make an injury substitution late in that timeout. Corrigan is jogging. She's jogging out of the gym right now. Hope she's all right. That feed from Roseburg into Bauer, into the low block. Push called. That's the third foul on Briley Dana. That's her third. Quick trip back to the bench for Dana. Park now, who does run a more traditional lineup than the South St. Paul hockey shifts, hockey lines they have going on at times. Seeing some foul trouble from a couple of players. Up and under from Bauer, and the foul. A few times that the Packers able to get all the way to the rim, and Lauren Bauer fights through the contact. Now can cut this to an 8-point lead. with Dana and Jameson on the bench. Free throw good. And now here's where South St. Paul may have the advantage, but again, the speed of Sidney Nelson, too much for Roseburg. Pick out another drive and another missed layup by Sampson. It's 3 now maybe for the senior guard from Park. Looks, not great looks, has Sampson had tonight. Thinks about a 3, back out to Bauer. Looks to drive, spins at the free throw line, kicks back to was Henry. Long on the 3, kept alive. Ball movement. Ultimately swung back to McLaughlin. Long on her 3 also. Travel called from all the way across the court. I think the entire South St. Paul squad and Coach Junker screamed it. Center official on the far side of the court saw it. Sometimes those near officials aren't able to look at the feet. They've got to watch for contact on the arms and stuff. 3 official crews much better at cleaning up all those calls. Bonk in the corner now, back in the game. As is Anna Erickson. Laughlin between the legs, spins and finds Squirrel, unable to finish with the left hand. Now a held ball down low between Olsen and Erickson. Nope, that's Sherry. And you got to think South St. Paul is not going to pressure Sidney Nelson 70 feet from the basket anymore. Let her take the ball to half court. Poked away by Squirrel, but retained by Nelson. Gets to the rim again. Right now, South St. Paul just simply does not have an answer for the speed of Sidney Nelson, junior point guard. The Packers have tried Squirrel guarding her. They've tried Roseburg guarding her. Nelson's getting around all of them with relative ease. Throws over to Henderson. And kicks out to nope, that was Ambrose. A 3-pointer good by McLaughlin. Cuts the lead to 5 with just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. See if South St. Paul can find a little momentum, and that is answered. Tori Henderson banks in the 3-pointer. Olivia Bonk may have gotten a fingertip on that one too. Looking to shoot again, drives in, stripped by Henderson, kept alive by Bonk. Bonk likes that diagonal pass. This one deflected by a couple, last tipped out by, I believe that was Jenna Sherry in the corner. And here comes another line of Packers. Ambrose left wing. Up the key, Olsen. Back to Ambrose, who likes that left key. The base offensively, if you will. Nelson back to Sampson. It's urgency here from Park. They are okay with keeping this ball 30 feet from the basket. Nelson drives. Kept alive by Sampson, and then a foul going to be called on the rebound on the Packers. And here's a good sign. We're seeing Avery Corrigan back, returning to the bench, making her way down the bleachers. The Wolfpack bench. 14 fouls only on South St. Paul. Park, by contrast, 7. So the Packers will be shooting free throws on team control fouls the rest of the half. Sampson in the corner, looks to drive baseline. Kicks out to Nelson. Deep 3 and hits. Great shot. Wasn't sure if that baseline drive by Sampson was going to materialize, but she found the seam, found her point guard, and Sydney Nelson hits. That's now 7 for Nelson in the half. Points, that is. Turnover forced by, I believe that was Ambrose, who was harassing Bauer. Now 55 seconds. Wonder if Coach Tolkinen and the Park Wolfpack will want to stay patient here. Quite a long time to try a last shot possession, but you never know. No, the speed of Nelson on the court. Maybe that was ambitious thinking on my part. Nelson does collect a foul on the Packers. Henry picks up the foul. Officials saying that foul occurred before Nelson collected the shoot. Triple team coming down, stolen away by McLaughlin. Quick triple team on Henderson after the inbounds. Henderson had great position, but 4 more arms got on her in a hurry. Smacked the ball away. And another turnover. Pass a little bit behind Roseburg in the post. Nelson, Henderson, over to Sampson. He travels. Lead back to 11 now with 19 and a half seconds to go. Almost certainly will be a last shot scenario here for the Packers. Drives and picks up her second offensive foul of the night. Great work stepping in by Olsen again. I believe that was Olsen who drew that one as well. Drew the same one earlier in the half, opposite side of the lane. And that's 3 fouls on Abby Roseburg. Foul trouble striking both teams so far. Ava Waska is going to give Roseburg the last 13.3 seconds on the bench. Now the full court pressure will ramp up just to slow down. And here comes Jamison back onto the court. She's going to take it all the way, goes up with the left. Just long. Attempt by Olsen is blocked by Bauer, and that takes us to the end of the first half. A first half that saw Park get off to an early 9-3 lead, and the lead stayed between 6 and 11 points ever since, as we head into halftime here with Park up 25-14 on South St. Paul. We are going to mute the audio a little bit, take a little break. Thanks for checking out the first half here at the Girls Basketball Holiday Classic at South St. Paul High School here on the Packer Activities Network. As the halftime music dies down, we're back to the second half basketball here at the South St. Paul Girls Basketball Holiday Classic at the South St. Paul County Gym. Park of Cottage Grove up 11 at halftime, 25-14, only 14 first half points to the Packers. So Coach Stephanie Tolkien likely very pleased with that defensive performance first half by her side. And leading scorers, we have for South St. Paul, Caroline McLaughlin and Lauren Bauer, each with 6 points in the first half. And for the Wolfpack, we have Sydney Nelson and Justine Jamison, each with 7. As we get underway here to start the second half. McLaughlin brings up. Bauer at the top of the key. McLaughlin driving left from the wing. Henry looks to curl into Roseburg with 3 fouls on her. Starts the second half against the speedy Sydney Nelson. Anna Squira. Great start to this half, just as the Packers started the first half. A corner 3. I believe Squira also hit that first 3. And a quick near steal, but unable to keep it in bounds is Natalie Henry. Nearly a dream start to the second half for the Packers. 3-pointer and a turnover, but alas, Jamison drives, long on the layup attempt. Kept alive by Dana, who's also playing with 3 fouls to her name. And Park responds. Bauer perhaps rushed that post feed a little bit. We're never quite established position. Henry in the corner. Feed into McLaughlin. That time there was space, and Wilson picks up her second foul. He lines up another inbounds pass. This one tipped and taken away by Jamison. Then a quick crossover at midcourt by Nelson. Olsen feeds into Dana, who never quite got her feet set underneath her for that put in. And ball deflects off of her last and will go to the Packers. Back to 11. And just a careless pass from Squira. McLaughlin cutting, pass behind her. Talked about this before on the pan. Coach Austin Junker really, he loves him some analytics, and his magic number every game for shots attempted is 77. You can think right now with only 14 first half points, as Nelson curls around the block and collects and puts up. South St. Paul nowhere near that 77 shot pace, probably. As there's a shot. Goes in. That is Ava Waska. So maybe the Packers finding some rhythm from deep. As a good look from Jamison down into Dana. Now we're seeing the quickness from the Park Wolfpack really take effect with both Nelson and Jamison on the court at the same time. That 3-point attempt by Sherry, short. This 3-point attempt by Jamison is good. And that sets the lead all the way at 15. From 3 now, deflected by Olsen. Shot blocked and in for the Packers come Henry and Roseberry. Someone else. Is that Bauer? Yep. Lauren Bauer. Bauer drives. And, yep, collects a push on her way. Try to turn the corner. Picks up a bit of a shove. And the foul is called on. That's on Dana, and that's her fourth. Yep. And she checks out of the game promptly. Tori Henderson coming back in to replace Dana. Drives right, picks up the low block, back to Roseburg, looks for a cutter. Kicks to Henry on the wing. Back to Waska. Roseburg looks to drive left, cut off nicely by Henderson. To Bauer, good post move. Just short on the attempt though, kept alive by Sherry. At the park bench now chanting, droning something to pump their defense up. Long defensive possession here. A lot of long runs by that, like that one from Waska. She does drag that pivot foot though, as she collects her dribble. And Emma Ambrose back into the game. 2 points on the night for her. Roseburg not done with that fight with Sydney Nelson. Not a real fight, but a battle of foot speed. Both players, some of the quickest you'll see. Sherry fouls Jamison on her way up, and Justine Jamison goes to the line. As we see another wave of Packers coming in. This is Squira, Anderson, McLaughlin, and Stella Labor, I believe, making her first appearance of the night. Number 12, the freshman. Looking for some help on the screen, decides to take it herself. Kicks out, drive in by Sherry. Foul called before the shot. Packers will take the ball out on the baseline. Call, she hadn't collected to shoot that yet. Good look by McLaughlin, just off on the three-point attempt. Good look, and then some harassment of Henderson. Someone's going to pick up a foul. I believe that is Nick Squira. Second on her, second on the team. More full court pressure. All 10 players in the backcourt. And now they will give Sydney Nelson her space. Picked up by McLaughlin. Rose tried to feed it into Henderson. Good job by McLaughlin to flash in front of that pass, ultimately knocking it away. And here come 4 new Packers. Roseburg, Waska, and Bauer back in. Only Jenna Sherry still on the court. Sherry picks up that foul. Team foul is now even at 3 apiece. They're going to count the basket. That's 13 points already for Justine Jamison, she retakes the crown of tonight's leading scorer from her teammates, point guard Sydney Nelson, who has 12 currently. And Jamison looks to make that total one greater. Short on the free throw. Looked like a flat shot by her standards. And here comes Bauer. Drives up, spins at the elbow. Goes up with the left hand. Bauer had a backboard there. Looked like she just couldn't quite get to an angle to use it in a friendly manner. And forced to finger roll it. Rebound gathered by Sampson. And I believe we're going to have a jump ball here. I believe that's what was called. Yep, they switched the possession error at the scorer's table. Here come the Wolfpack. Another quick cut in by Jamison. Short on the layup attempt. Stays with it nearly. Strips the ball from Bauer. And then nearly forces another turnover after the fact. Non-stop from Justine Jamison. So far to start the second half. She did spend a good chunk of time in the first half sitting on the bench with 2 fouls. Rosberg looks to drive on Nelson. Nothing giving. There's an up and under from the driveway. Lauren Bauer shooting that one behind her head almost. Blind layup attempt. And then stolen by Sherry on the baseline. Here comes Rosberg in transition. Gets to the hoop. And that's going to be her 3rd offensive foul of the night. And she cannot believe it. Park doing a great job in that transition defense of having that secondary defender come in, and really a good job of staying outside the restricted circle. That arc underneath the basket. Secondary defenders cannot draw an offensive foul inside that arc. But Park and Coach Tolkinen clearly practicing, stepping in, taking that charge. And those hustle plays tonight seem to have gone all to the team in white. Coach Tolkinen running down to the baseline to call that timeout. Energetic. Matching the energy of her players right now is head coach Stephanie Tolkinen. And a lot of energy to be matched. Good work by her to make sure the official on the baseline heard her and granted the timeout, as I believe it was Nelson that was sitting on her butt with the ball, nowhere to go. Coach Tolkinen up 16. 6 or so minutes into the second half. Still taking opportunities to coach her girls up. Austin Junker, we see him sitting down. He has a timeout stool. Should ask him about that. Has a designated timeout stool. Starter sitting in front of him. As Sweet Home Alabama drones ever so faintly over the PA system. Pack clear the huddle, and we are ready to start. 12:07 to go. My estimation of 6 minutes gone by was very close. Olsen to inbound. Finds Ambrose. Looks for the cutting Nelson. Nothing doing though. Quick ball movement by Sampson. And Ambrose. Corner 3 from... That was Ambrose, rather. Well off. Here comes Rosberg. Just cannot find an edge at all. Driving on Sydney Nelson tonight. Henry with the 3. In and out. Osber picks it up, looks into Bauer, and Milena Sampson comes across the lane to double team, but has to go through the arm of Bauer to do so, picks up a foul. 4 team fouls apiece now. As Henderson and Dana check back into the game. Bradley Dana with 4 team fouls. Personal fouls, rather. 4 fouls to her name. Another in and out corner 3, this one by Bauer. Good box out by, I believe that was Nelson that collected that one. And then a strong move by Elsa Olsen, using the glass, fighting through the contact. This one rattles in by Anna Squira. Lead back down to 15. But if South St. Paul are going to bring this back to a game, they'll need to find a way to get some more open looks. 25 points almost halfway through the second half is certainly not what this team that prioritizes shot volume and pushing the pace, as you see another 3 Packers check in, pushing the pace, keeping fresh legs on the court, getting lots of good shots. I would have to say that, you see it right here, Sydney Nelson just stalling the offense for the Packers ever so slightly every time they try and bring up the ball up the court with her quick defense. Never giving any point guards from South St. Paul the chance to get the offense going in rhythm, as Caroline, I believe that was McLaughlin. Yep, McLaughlin drove left, picked up a foul. Foul called on Nelson, only her first. Turns out you don't pick up too many fouls when you're the fastest person on the court. As McLaughlin rattles it in. Ambrose and Corrigan back in the game. Corrigan left the game in the first half. Looked like she had to run upstairs, maybe go to the bathroom or something, but good to see her back on the court. And doing all right. Swish by McLaughlin on the second, and we have a timeout called by Coach Austin Junker. Thank you to all of you still watching. Special shout out to everybody from Cottage Grove who's tuning in tonight on the Packer Activities Network. Our brand new streaming service here at South St. Paul Secondary. I was talking about this earlier. We got some cameras installed at Ettinger football and soccer field right outside the high school here. We will be able to, in addition to bringing you volleyball, we will be able to bring you football and soccer, home football and soccer on the pan, and we're super excited to be able to do that. Aforementioned volleyball, and here we are now in the winter with all home basketball and wrestling streaming live for free for everyone to watch on the Packer Activities Network, so thank you for doing so. Thank you for tuning in tonight as we close out the South St. Paul Girls Basketball Holiday Classic. The home side taking on Park. And the Wolfpack still, as a 27th point just came on. I think they forgot to give McLaughlin her second free throw. The lead shrunk during that timeout from 14 to 13 points. And here comes some full court pressure from the Packers. But the 2 quickest players on the court all night seem to be wearing white jerseys, that being Jamison and Nelson, so that pressure is thwarted. However, nothing giving, and McLaughlin swishes another shot. This one's a 3-pointer, and that cuts the lead to 10 just like that. 15-10 in the span of about 30 seconds, all from the right hand of Caroline McLaughlin, senior captain. McLaughlin gets in the way as 2 Packers, and McLaughlin is down. McLaughlin's down. She's back up now. She looks like she's not doing so well. Very loud collision. Loud collision between McLaughlin and Jameson. I'm sure you heard that one on the broadcast. McLaughlin, unfortunately, looked like she didn't hit her head. Athletic trainer Leah Auberg tending to her now. McLaughlin walking to the end of the bench. She's going to take a seat with the trainer. That wasn't the trainer. I believe that was one of the coaches. We do have a different trainer on site tonight. She's now working with Caroline. Hopefully she can come back in as quickly as possible. Just a case of both players going for a 50-50 ball, and they ran into each other, and the bigger one knocked the smaller one over. Hard to say. It should have been a foul either way. Both players flew to the ground. And Nelson draws another foul on the Packers. Team fouls being distributed much more evenly in the second half. Each team with 5. As Corrigan takes a seat. And Roseburg coming in for Squira. Packers coming into a 2-3 zone for these many inbounds plays. And collecting a turnover. Pass by Ambrose. Point lead. Let's see if the Packers can shrink this to single digits. That would be a huge shift in momentum in the last couple minutes of this game. Especially given that the hot hand of Caroline McLaughlin's now on the bench. Although, I can say now McLaughlin no longer with the trainer. She's back sitting right next to the coaches, so she appears to be okay. Whatever it was that the trainer was looking at seems to have checked out. That's nearly picked off by Ambrose. Roseburg drives right, collects, hits, and the foul. So we could see this 15-point lead shrink to potentially 7. As Abby Roseburg steps to the line to finish off a 3-point play. Good, and just like that, a 7-point lead is all that Park has to work with. And Henderson bringing the ball up the court, and that's Abby Roseburg. Is that her 5th foul? I believe that might be Roseburg's 5th foul. She leaves the court. That is her 5th foul, and that was a foul that she certainly did not need to pick up. 50 feet from the basket. With Tori Henderson bringing the ball up, not one of the principal ball handlers for the Wolfpack. And she clapped in frustration as she walked off the court. So, Squira, who looks like she took an elbow to the face. As Jameson stepped back. What's called somewhere. Would have been on Jameson, because that would not have resulted in free throws. Looks like they called a foul on Henderson, perhaps on the rebound. Hard to watch with Squira on the ground. Hard to see exactly what happened on the rebound, but Squira back up now, appears to be okay. And Caroline McLaughlin, importantly, checking back into the game. Lead down to 6 now. So an interesting development here because McLaughlin is back in the game. Roseburg is out with 5 fouls. The lead down to 6, and now nearly a 4-point lead. Offensive rebounds kept alive by the Packers, but that last one off of Jenna Sherry's hand. Good look by, I believe that was, who was that? That was Anderson, Bella Anderson, I believe, who had that good look from about 6 feet. Yep. Short, one of those scenarios where you may have been too open. McLaughlin forcing the issue and forcing Justine Jamison into a short corner throw-in. These are always awkward for an offense to throw in from that angle. Nelson crosses midcourt with ease. Now with 8 minutes to go, Park settles into an offensive set. Zone. This is woman-to-woman defense here. Good hustle play by Henry. Every one of those deflections, out-of-bounds plays gives the defense just another chance to rest. You can hear the South St. Paul bench being very active, vocally speaking, on this defensive series. Pick and roll, and Nelson turned away by, I believe that was Sherry. And then the ball deflected between the legs of McLaughlin, it looked like. It'll be a throw-in for South St. Paul. Imagine that the pressure level for the Wolfpack has gone up significantly the last 3 minutes or so of this game. The lead being cut from 15 to 6 on a 9-0 run. And another underhanded layup by Bauer. She got one of those to drop in the earlier stages of this half, and then McLaughlin comes in and picks up an unfortunate foul, and that will be the 7th on South St. Paul. Both teams in the bonus. And it looks like, I believe that's Emma Ambrose. Yep, she will step to the line for Park. Try and put the first points on the board for the Wolfpack in quite a while. Short on the free throw. Second attempt thrown up by Henderson, no good. Not Ambrose, correction, that's number 25, Emma Tashner. I don't know if she's been in the game at all tonight yet. Emma Tashner, number 25, who shot that free throw. And then a good cut. Nelson to Jamison. We've said those two names quite a bit tonight for Park. By Sherry, almost banked it in. Bauer fights through a bump. They get it to fall, and here comes Olsen. Good look. Just a little too strong. And now, here comes South St. Paul again. Game growing more and more frantic. That pass is bounced out of bounds by Lauren Bauer. Trying to find, I believe that was McLaughlin in the corner. Maybe Sherry. Coach Junker takes a timeout, and here comes the timeout stool, the 60-second timeout stool. Thanks again to everybody watching here on the Packer Activities Network. Looks like we got a decent viewership tonight. We got a comment. This might be our first comment of the season. Christina Jamison, perhaps family of Justine, says, thanks for having this available. We appreciate it. Absolutely, Christina. We're glad you're here watching on the pan, the Packer Activities Network. We're certainly glad to be able to broadcast all the cool things going on at South St. Paul High School these days. And Christina, if you are indeed related to Justine, having a heck of a night. Leading all scorers with 15 points. But the story of the last 5 or 6 minutes of this game has been South St. Paul. Had the lead down to as little as 6. Now it stands at 8. And with a third of this half remaining, South St. Paul in their characteristic woman-to-woman full-court press, trying to see if they can frustrate the Wolfpack a little bit longer and really make this a game for the final few minutes. Nelson beats Henry. Jamison into Ambrose. Back up to Nelson, over to Olsen on the right wing. Jamison in the corner. Back to Olsen. Jamison. Caroline McLaughlin nearly had, I think she had a full hand on that ball. But a strong spin and finish by Jamison. She's got 17 now on the night. And a 10-point lead. 3-point look in and out by Labor. And here comes Jamison again. Chose not to challenge Sherry for the layup. Content to kick it out and let the clock run with a double-digit lead once again. Here's Nelson being guarded by McLaughlin. Nelson, quick feed into Jamison and a push. Hits the layup, and now a chance to break away once again for the Wolfpack as Justine Jamison up to 19 on the night. The official's now discussing something. Holding up the free throw attempt here, and now we're gonna go. Jamison at the line for 1. This will give her 20 on the night if it goes in. Smooth free throw. That gives Jamison 20 on the night. Laughlin spins, finds Bauer. Bauer uses the glass from about 5 feet. And Nelson slicing through the Packers once again picks up a foul. I believe this one will be on Squira. No, that's McLaughlin they're going to give it to. And that'll send Sidney Nelson to the line. 1-and-1 bonus still. South St. Paul with 8 team fouls to 7 for Park. Confirmation. We do have a confirmation that Christina is, in fact, the mother of Justine. Comment section. This is the first time the comment section has been alive during a broadcast. Love to see it. Brandon comments, go SSP. Lead up to 13 now. They will have some work to do, will the Packers. The last 4.5 minutes of this game. Wins the foot race to the ball after the McLaughlin turnover. And fouled going up is Sidney Nelson, who has 14, it looks like. 14 for herself. Good on the second is Nelson. Lead back up to 14, so it was 15. Cut down to 6, and now back up to 14. St. Paul really right now these last 2 or 3 minutes has struggled offensively to find quality looks. McLaughlin, after that collision, doesn't seem to be quite the same player, although she's still on the court. Here she is driving right. Out to Waska. Bauer deep three. Wide right. 4 minutes left. Here comes senior guard Elsa Olsen. Very impressed with this set offense by Park and coach Stephanie Tolkinen. Quick ball movement, always cutters, always screens happening. It's a quick offense. As Jameson hits the runner. 2 now for her, which means that Jameson and Nelson combined have outscored the entire South St. Paul Packers team 37-36. Correction. South St. Paul is now outscoring the 2 of them by 1, as I believe that was Henry. Got the layup to go. Timeout called by Coach Tolkinen. A couple dominant performances tonight by the team in white. Sydney Nelson has made her presence known on the court, certainly. Now, I think they say foul called on the Packer coach is what I heard Pete Squirra say. Does that mean a technical foul was assessed? Stay tuned, people. Developing story here on the Pan. Potential technical foul situation. Yep, and we see Justine Jameson step to the line. So someone said something naughty over there on the bench for South St. Paul. If we had a sideline reporter, trust me, everyone, we would be sending them to investigate. But if you want to be a sideline reporter on the Pan, if you would love to sit here and talk, so I have to talk less, I'm sure a lot of you would be happy with that. I'm watching right now. Get this guy to shut up. As Jameson will step to the line and take 2 technical foul free throws. Smooth free throws from Jameson in spite of someone in the stands barking like a dog the entire time. Unfazed is the senior, number 11, Justine Jameson. The lead now up to 16, as large as it's been all night for the Wolfpack. And they've officially got South St. Paul frustrated here. Both the players and the bench. Now playing a game of keep away. Henderson puts up the layup, gets it to fall. Looks to drive on Jameson. Goes up over the taller defender. Short on the attempt. Jameson pushes ahead to Olsen. Into the post, taken away by Bauer. Nelson up to jump that one. Swats it out of bounds. Laughlin tying up with Nelson there. Nelson's going to pick one up. Saw the center official very, very confident in the call. McLaughlin was on the ground, and not sure if Nelson kicked her or stepped on her or something, but McLaughlin was not happy with the call. intentional foul called there on Nelson. So certainly not the way you want to see this game end between these two teams. Had a great battle going all the way through until just a couple minutes ago when Park really pulled away. Technical foul on the Packer bench, and now an intentional foul on Sydney Nelson. As McLaughlin hits both free throws. Lead down to 16 again, 2 minutes to go here on the Packer Activities Network. The South St. Paul Girls Basketball Holiday Classic. Right now is going the way of the Park Wolfpack. As they avoid the turnover brought across the timeline by Olsen. Foul by Anasquira. They'll send Justine Jameson back to the free throw line again. Jameson is certainly getting her reps from the charity stripe tonight, now with 24 points. At least that's what it says on the banner. Cannot confirm that these are official stats as the dog barking continues. Jameson hits the second. And McLaughlin, who is simply not backing down in this game. This is impressive energy from her all night, but especially since she picked up that knock on that loose ball collision between herself and Justine Jameson. Held ball, possession will go to the Wolfpack. And in comes Milena Sampson. Replaces Henderson. .22 to go, and the Packers continuing the full court pressure. Squira on Olsen. Jameson drives in, kicks back out to Tashner. Open look by Olsen, kept alive by Sampson. Coach Tolkinen saying, move it, move it. She doesn't want to see her team hold the ball for another minute. And the foul by the Packers. On Bauer. This will send Tashner back to the line, her second trip of the night. All to the Packers. Coach Junker wants one last chat with his girls. The timeout stool makes one final appearance for the night. And those of you, I'm looking at the stream numbers for a lot of these streams we've had going for the Holiday Classic. And pretty good stuff. A lot of good games. Last night saw the Woodbury Royals take care of the Packers, and then a game between Park and Two Rivers. I don't know who won that game. If anyone knows, Christina, if you know, feel free to comment. I don't even know if we broadcasted that game last night. We might have. And then the matinee show today was Two Rivers versus Woodbury. Two Rivers came away with a 6 or 7 point win there. And now the nightcap is looking like it will see the Park Wolfpack take care of business. 54 seconds left for South St. Paul. One final say in this game as Coach Junker clears his bench. Bonk to Erickson. No, that's not Erickson, that's Anderson. Up to Yebio. Back to Bonk. Skip across again to Anderson. Back to Bonk. Over to Crone. Erickson driving baseline, falling down. That should be a travel. Yep, there it is. And with 23.7 seconds left, Park will look to see this game out. Confirmed Park won last night, so the Wolfpack about to go 2-0 here at the Packer Holiday Classic. Would love to see all these teams back next year, Woodbury, Two Rivers, and Park. Quick drive for the Wolfpack. So with that, going to see this game come to a conclusion. We'll vote for player of the game. Tweet at the Pan SSP if you feel like it on Twitter. Hashtag your player of the game. Hard to argue with hashtag Jameson right now, though. Be careful with that hashtag on the rest of the internet, but tonight, hashtag Jameson will prevail. I believe she finished with 24 points on the evening. And she and Sydney Nelson nearly outscoring the Packers by themselves as the speed and size of the Park Wolfpack too much for the Packers to handle tonight. Final score here from the competition gym. The Park Wolfpack 58, South St. Paul Packers 40. Thanks to everyone for watching, especially to everybody. Christina Jameson and the rest of the crew from Cottage Grove for tuning into the Pan tonight, the Packer Activities Network. I am Tyler LaRose, and I would tell you all to have a safe trip home, but you're probably already there. So just enjoy.